Nobody, not even an article, not even Obi's wife can advise Obi to chicken at. It is too late for Obi. Obi is even surprised. He doesn't even know where the support is coming from. So, talking about impeachment, nobody can impeach a popular government. Nobody can impeach the people of Nigeria. This is a bad, it's not a bad.
You know, Reno Mercury even said that Yusuf Dati and Peter Obi are PDP people, that at the end of it all, they're going to come back to PDP.
Yeah, I also had similar vituperation from my former friend, Kayamo. Let them be dwelling, I think they are deluded. Let them continue to dwell in their delusion. Before they realize, before they wake up from it, you know, it will be over for them. So, if they still believe now that Obi is working for Atiku, I think I pity them. I sympathize with them. So the more they think, the more you see the mistakes they have made. I think this is a divine intervention. Right from their convention, the emergence of their candidate, it bringing the worst of all to represent their parties. I think this is the hand of God, the word of God at work. It's not. This is beyond Obi. So nobody can think of impeaching Obi. And again, there's another important point I want to bring to our notice. Do you know over 60% of the crop of present lawmakers are not returning to the house? They are not coming back. They signed a law that is against them. And I'm not sure they read through the electoral bill before signing it. When they realized their mistake, they tried to call it back, but it was too late for them. They ended up shooting themselves in the foot. So it is the hand of God working for Nigerian people. So how much we are able to take advantage of this present situation will determine how long Nigeria will survive as a nation. 2023 is a reference point. It's a serious moment for Nigerians. So it's going to mark a turnaround, either for positive, for good, or for either for positive or for negative, depending on how we're able to manage 2023. 2023 is very crucial to Nigeria as a nation. So we have to do all within all within our capacity. We have to do everything humanly possible to maximize the opportunity of 2023 presidential election, so that power will begin to return to the people, and our leaders will begin to be accountable to the people. Nobody, I repeat, can impeach the people's government. You can impeach a president, but you cannot impeach the people. The present movement is about the people, about the students that have been at home for the past 6 months, about the people that they're not sure of where their next meal will come from, about the people that have lost their children, their husbands, and their wives over this year, about the people that cannot move from Benin to Ekpoma, about the people that cannot travel from Abuja to Kaduna for fear of insecurity, about the people in Katsina that can no longer go to their farm for fear of insecurity, about the people in Kaduna who can no longer sleep with their 2 eyes closed, about the Nigerian masses who have been taken for granted for too long. It's not about to be. Let nobody be afraid of impeachment. When Obi emerged as the governor of Anambra, he was a loner in the house. There was no house member belonging to his party. He survived it all. So let's nobody be afraid of impeachment. It's just a wishful thinking for somebody that is afraid of the chances of his principal not making it to the presidency. I think we'll stop there for that. Impeachment is not a wishful thinking. It takes a lot. It's a complex and complicated issue, and a lot of them will key into the movement because no reasonable politician want to be left out. Any reasonable leader, any reasonable politician will be able to gauge the temperature, the political temperature. You are able to gauge the political temperature of these people. Nigerian people are tired of PDP, they are tired of APC. So nobody can think of impeachment of a government that is working for everybody, of a government that is people-oriented, of a government who has come to change the status quo, of a government that has come to change the narrative. So impeachment is not in the picture at all. But it is even too early to be talking of impeachment when we are making efforts, to vote the people's candidates into power. So the power is gradually returning to the people. So what do you expect of the oppressors? They have to complain, they have to wail, they have to, they have to be on the defensive. So it's nothing to worry about. For the Sanusi, just like the way Edo State governor, His Excellency Governor Baseki spoke the other time. They are aware of, for few of them that are reasonable, for few of them that are educated, for few of them that knows exactly what is going on. They know it's no longer business as usual. He was just stating the obvious that the Nigerian youth, it was a wake-up call for us to wake up and take advantage of the moment. That we have been too, if Sanusi was indirectly telling us that we have been too subservient for too long. We have been too docile for too long. We have been too gullible for too long. That our politicians are not as smart as we think. That they have merely been taking advantage of our docility to rule over us. Sanusi was invariably giving us a wake-up call. Wake up and take your country back. This is my humble submission. I will yield the floor. If I have opportunity, I will add more. Thank you very much for having me once again.
Thank you so much, Mr. Omori, for that wonderful contribution right there. So it seems a lot of people thinks that what Reno is saying doesn't hold water. I would like to hear what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think what Reno is saying doesn't hold water? Seeing that Yusuf Baba Ahmed Dati and Peter Obi are PDP boys and they will always come back. And when they do, they're going to accept them with open hands. What do you guys think about that? And do you guys also think that they have the capacity to impeach someone who has done nothing than to serve the country very well? I would like to hear what you guys think in the comment section. Thank you once again, Mr. Omori. And I want to say thank you to Ben Dibia. Ben Dibia, thank you so much for the super sticker right there. God bless you. May your pocket never run dry. We do not take your love and support for granted. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. John. Mr. John, good evening to you. Thank you for joining me today.
Good evening, Kachi. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm blessed. Yeah. Thank you so much for putting this all together, and thank you for all the panelists and everyone listening and watching. So I think the first thing that you guys were talking about was Reno. How do you pronounce his name? Reno. I think it's Reno, right?
Reno. Well, I don't know. Reno. Just go ahead.
Yeah,
I don't know.
okay. Yeah, I don't really. I mean, if the question is whether or not that they can impeach Peter Obi, I think that's a function of, even though the Constitution is fraudulent, it's kind of going and looking at the Constitution. One of the things that the Constitution says in terms of impeachment, I believe it has to do with kind of gross misconduct. I forget the exact language, but it basically talks about gross misconduct. And it also goes further to talk about how the definition of gross misconduct can be based on the opinion of the National Assembly. I believe in Section 143 of the Constitution, I think there's like a number 11 that says something about the opinion of the National Assembly in determining whether or not an act can be considered as gross misconduct. So, if we want to pretend like we have a constitution that's real, we should put that constitution in the context of the system that's operating it. And so, yes, I think that Reno has a point. They can attempt to impeach him. Now, whether or not, because I think Peter Obi has been impeached before or removed before, when one office he won and, he had to go to court and try to figure it out. That happens, it seems, quite often in Nigeria. So I think it's a possibility that they can play that hand, that they can try and do that. In other countries where you have kind of an oppressive government, whether it's, let's just use North Korea as an example. I'm sure the people in North Korea don't agree with having Kim Jong-un as their supreme leader, right? I'm sure they want to vote him away. The thing that prevents them from doing that is the fact that they don't have any guns and they don't control anything. So, I mean, as we saw in NSARS and we see quite often in Nigeria, those with the bullets tend to make the rules, and those in power tend to want to stay in power, whether it's them staying in their current party or going to another party. And it seems that Nigerians, as they switch parties, are quite forgiving as long as they just switch to the new party. So Can he be impeached? He probably could be impeached. It wouldn't be popular, but then what's the response by the people? Do the people truly have the will to take matters into their own hands? If it's the same suffering and smiling Nigeria that we all know, that seems to have gone 100 years with no constant electricity, they might just take it. And they might put up a little fight, but how long can they truly sustain it if they think? If they're under the delusion that they're operating under a democracy that doesn't require guns to have it be protected from an individual rights perspective. So I don't know. That's but other than that, I think he's just running his mouth. That tends to be that guy. I've seen some videos of him. I think is he panicking? I don't know if he's panicking because some people said that he would lose what he's getting from Nigeria. As long as Nigeria has the constitution that he has, people like Reno and everyone else that's living with impunity in Nigeria, they're not going to be touched. I mean, governors have come out openly and said, based on this constitution, you cannot even convict me as a sitting governor based on your constitution. They've come on national television and told you that. So I don't think he's panicking. I just think he's, putting an opinion out there, and it goes to show though, if somebody really thinks he's a threat, and they fail to impeach him, this is Nigeria, as Fowles put in his song. Other things outside of Reno, I guess Tinubu being old. Tinubu is clearly old. He's clearly old. He clearly shouldn't be running for the presidency of Nigeria. But Tinubu is also a billionaire. Tinubu also has access to better healthcare than anyone here and anyone in Nigeria. So Tinubu has his plan. Right? If you imagine somebody has a plan, you can imagine Tinubu has a plan, right? He's not just this old billionaire guy that doesn't know what he's doing. Clearly, he's a clown trying to run for president. Clearly, he's corrupt. But so are a lot of other people that are, bouncing around in government. I don't think he should try to even run for president. But what I'm saying is he has a plan. He has a plan for his health. He has a plan for a lot of things. Tinubu's not just, What else? What other thing did we talk? Oh, Sanusi. I think that guy's a criminal. Don't you guys know? When he was in the CBN, don't you know he's a criminal? So criminals like to come out, and then when they say the right things, people put them in a positive light. When they say the wrong things, according to those same people, they put them in. He's a criminal. Why can't we just call him a criminal? Doesn't matter what he says. And most of these people he calls himself. He says he's not a politician, but most of these people don't have balls. If he wants to come out and support somebody, whether it's Tinubu or Peter Obi or Atiku, or if he really cared and wanted to tell the truth about what's going on in Nigeria, he would be talking about referendum. But he's going to go and hide behind words, and people who agree with him in the moment will be cheering. The guy's a criminal. Don't you guys know his record? That Sanusi guy, he's a straight up criminal, like actually criminality. Why is he not in jail?
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, of course he's a criminal. That's the problem. Like, people need to go and read about what's the facts behind people. This guy he was in the CBN. Like, he clearly did crimes there. It's well known. Just like the CBN governor right now, he's also doing crimes. But people will just say, based on what they say in the moment, they'll like them or they won't like them. I've never liked that guy. If he wants to come out and say something, if he really wants the owners of Nigeria, which are the people, to be the owners of Nigeria, then he'd be talking about the mismatch between labor and capitalism, right? Because just like Dati said, the privatization is almost complete, and very few Nigerians have shares in any of those companies, whether they think Zamfara Gold is for them or not. So I don't know. They'll figure it out. Sanusi, I don't really want to talk about him. I just feel like the guy is not straightforward at all. I mean, go and look at his record in the CBN. Just like, what's going on? Why are we giving this guy props? What did he actually do? What else was there, Kachi?
That's just the three things we're talking about today.
Yeah,
so you're saying that Reno Omokri's comment was just an opinion. You feel it's just an opinion. You don't think it's something we should be bothered about?
Oh, you should be bothered about it because ultimately, look, what how can I say this? If you look at the reality of Nigeria, what that means is that Nigeria is a place that operates with impunity, like crimes are broken all the time. court judgments happen and they don't get followed. Court judgments don't happen and things happen that aren't supposed to happen. So if Reno is coming out and telling you, they can impeach Obi, look into it. At least have a preparation for it, because it might be the case. It might be that they have a plan for impeaching him. Now, of course, someone came and read the Constitution and said, no, you can't. There's no grounds. But one of the things is gross misconduct. That can be an interpretation of the National Assembly. All I'm saying is it's like, okay, somebody will be like, okay, this guy's just speaking a lot of English, but English is the national language of Nigeria. Like, these words in the Constitution.
Mr. John, I wanted to ask you, right? Because you know what you said about Sanusi. I mean, I've not heard it before. I think this is the first time I'm hearing that.
You've never heard of allegations of Sanusi?
Can you please throw? I think when I say that, I think I'm also speaking for a lot of other people in the comment section and the viewers, right? Because I'm already getting WhatsApp messages right now for you to throw more light on that. Can you please tell us? Because I mean, at the end of the day,
this is the problem. I don't even anyone who's asking me that question, I don't even blame them. Because it's not like, if you're Nigerian, I no way mean to say anything negative, but if you're Nigeria, you generally do not have access to the same level of information that people outside of Nigeria have. So I'm not saying that as a negative. I'm just saying that as a matter of fact. You can simply just type in Sanusi's name on Google and go to his Wikipedia page. On his Wikipedia page, there's a section called corruption, and it details the allegations against him. These are known allegations. They're not just on Wikipedia, but tons of other places. So me coming out and saying Sanusi, there's corruption allegations with Sanusi that ranges in billions of dollars and trillions of naira. This is not like some secret. It's just a function of like, how much time do you have and how much data do you have to be doing research. There's actual corruption allegations against Sanusi. Go and look it up. Sanusi revealed stuff going on under Jonathan. There's corruption allegations against him. So, Kachi, go and look it up, and you can educate the people who are not aware of what those allegations are. And generally, in Nigeria, a country that operates under impunity, it's very difficult. Just think about it logically.
Yeah, but Mr. John, you said it's a criminal, like you were very sure, and right now you're saying allegation. But saying that straight up, allegations and evidence are not actually the same thing.
So I'm alleging that he's a criminal.
Mr. John, I'm currently looking at issues on Wikipedia about Sanusi. I don't see any criminality here.
Go to corruption. Go to where it says corruption. Go to where it says corruption.
On Wikipedia, I don't see anything that says corruption right here on Wikipedia. I have family, education, banking, Instagram, reign, views, activities, overseas visits, title styles, honors, issues, ancestry, writing references, external links. If you have the link, could you please share it with Kachi?
Okay, if you're on Wikipedia right now, and I'll just go there where you are then and explain it to you. If you go to Wikipedia, what number? Let's see, number 7. What does number 7 say?
Number 7?
In the contents.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Said views.
And what is 7.5?
7.5.
What does 7.5 say?
Politics, economy.
No. 7.
Corruption. Okay, I see corruption.
You now see corruption. Now read that corruption. Don't just read what they wrote though. Go to the sources, read all the sources, and then you can come to your own opinion whether or not you agree.
Okay. Thanks for the clarification. Okay, at least we have a reference. That's what we need to do here. Just leave a reference.
No stress. I'm not going to just come and allege people were involved in criminal activity, but it clearly should be noted that most Nigerian politicians are in some way alleged for criminal activity. Now, you can go and dig into those resources and figure out whether or not you believe those allegations or not. Anyway, moving past that, I don't want to just call him a criminal. He's an alleged criminal. That's better. If you want to make that allegement, that accusation as an alleged, as opposed to a matter of fact. Anyway, I'm not here to defend him or even talk down on him. I'm just saying, if in most cases, people tend to, when they say things that are positive, like you'll go and you'll say, oh, Obasanjo is now rooting for Peter Obi. Are there not allegations against Obasanjo? They'll go and say Babangida is now rooting for Peter Obi. Are there not allegations against IBB? So Sanusi is come out and say you're supporting Peter Obi, then we'll hear whether or not that's your opinion. But
Okay.
that's another. Is there, Cassie? Was there
Okay.
something else?
No, no, no. That's just it. Thank you
Okay.
so much, Mr. John.
No,
I'm really going to do my research on that, and
yeah, we all
thank you.
should. That's the main thing, especially when it comes to like things like what are they actually going to any one of them? What are they actually going to be able to do when they get into office? I've yet to see somebody correct me on any of their energy plans, including Peter Obi. I've yet to see anybody correct me on anything related to any of their policies because we're on surface level, and now we need to get deeper because the one thing I love about it all is that there's a bunch of energy. There's a lot of energy, but I'm afraid that we're not going to get what we actually want, which is freedom. Freedom is real, and that's what we actually want. So I definitely encourage research. I definitely encourage debate. But thank you so much for the time. I'll yield.
Thank you, Mr. John. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate. I'm going to go do my research, and I urge you guys to also go out there and do your research. People coming out right now to say one or two good things doesn't necessarily mean that they are good. I think I understand the angle Mr. John is coming from right now. Thank you so much for that contribution, Mr. John. I can say we have more people on the comment section. I can see Iyobusa Festus. Thank you so much for joining me. I can see Emmanuel N. Thank you. I can see Echo Drum. Thank you so much for being here. I see CY right there. Wellington Obo, Junior Baseki. I see you guys right there. I can see Monica Dako. Thank you so much for being here. I can see Uche Jini. Thank you for being here. Tunanja is right there with me. Thank you to Nigeria for being here. I appreciate you, Mr. CY. I see you right there. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Solomon Osage, Jeku Obedience. I see you right there. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. I can see Ja is good right there. Ja is good. Thank you so much. I can see Sajere Okefe. I hope I got that correctly. I can see Chisom Ezibo right there. Thank you so much, Chisom, for being here with me. Jennifer Cobb is right there. Mary Osamugie, Elvis Odaro. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. I can say Esosa Ede Obaroge. I hope I got that correctly. Thank you so much. Blessing Bridget is right there with me. Samuyi Jeffrey is right there. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. You guys have been amazing. Simon Momo. I see Simon Momo right there. Thank you, everyone. So sorry if I did not call your name. We have a lot of comments right here. It's not intentional. Another thing, displaying your comments is just a way to acknowledge that I'm actually seeing your comment too, just in case I don't call your name. Thank you very much, guys. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Ngozi Nwoko Jiaku. Madam Ngozi, please. Madam Ngozi. Okay, I guess Madam Ungazi is not ready for us at this moment. Guys, do not forget to like and share if you're yet to do so. I can see Akis Osai over right there. Thank you so much, Akis, for being here. I appreciate you. I can see Comrade Olato Kumbo. Thank you so much. I'm going to go straight to the next person. I guess Madam Rita is not ready, and Madam Ungazi is not ready for us. I'm going to go straight to Mario Gino Gino. Mario Gino Gino, please. Mario Gino Gino. Okay, gingerbread man, are you ready for me?
Hi, Kachi.
Good evening to you. How are you doing today, sir?
Good evening. Nigerians, I greet you all. Um, Thanks for the opportunity. God bless you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
So we have three topics we're talking about today, right? Reno, Mokeri, Emilokon,
Honestly, yeah.
and Sanusi. You see, I heard one song recently, and I like that song. You see, Baba we know well, he dey shout Emilokon, leg shake, hand dey shake.
I'm here with you,
Baba we
Kachi. I
know
don't
well,
know.
he dey shout Emilokon. Tinubu should go and sit down one place. He's too old to be the president. And the 1 million march that was done for APC, we all saw how many people that came out compared to the 1 million march that was done for Peter Obi in Nasarawa State. So the difference is clear. Obi is not running for president. Nigerians are running for president. So it's clearly going to make a difference. A few days ago, I was listening to Niger Watch, and a young man called from Canada and made a submission that his kids have never been to Nigeria before, but they learn a lot from Niger Watch. And he was
Actually, I
admonishing.
was here. I was here with you before. I don't know. Maybe you can come to me after.
Mario Gino, I called you, but you were not available. So I
I
moved
was
to the
responding.
next
Maybe
person, please.
I was responding to you before, but no,
Your
there's no
mic was
problem.
muted, so I couldn't hear anything. Your mic was muted, so I couldn't hear anything. Probably you
Okay,
didn't
I
open
take
it
that.
out.
I take that as my fault. Maybe next
Yeah.
I will be the next person to
So
speak. Okay, it's
after
all right.
gingerbread man, I'll come back to you. Thank you.
Okay, all right, all right.
Okay, thank you.
Gingerbread man, please go
As,
ahead.
as I was saying, yeah, a young man called from Canada a few days ago, and he was, cautioning the panelists to be clear and factual when they speak on this platform, because a lot of people are learning from here. And I want to encourage us and also thank the panelists that come here all day and every time to educate Nigerians, both in diaspora and back at home. Um, with regards to what Reno Mokari said, I described recently, I've chosen to describe Reno as a charlatan, and for the two things he said, we have to look at it and dissect it. He said Peter Obi, even though he wins, will be impeached. And the other thing he said, Peter Obi and his running mate Dati would are PDP members and they will decamp to PDP. First, let me address the second one. That is just Reno trying to sow seeds of doubt in the hearts of Nigerians. But we've gone beyond that. He's thinking that P2B and Dati will go back to PDP. Uh, I want to look at it on the premise that when they get to if they eventually win, which they will win by the grace of God, and when they realize that they don't have any lawmakers in the House of Assembly, then they will go back to PDP in order to have a base. That is false. That is not going to happen. With regards to whether P2B can be impeached, I think someone earlier on this platform today, quoted some aspect of the Constitution, which I thank him for that. But I think for you to be impeached, there must be a wrongdoing. The House National Assembly must have to have been to be able to establish a wrongdoing, then for you to be impeached. And someone also talked about a misconduct, and it's a matter of the National Assembly interpreting what is misconduct. I want to differ to say that the National Assembly is not in the position to interpret what misconduct is. I would want to believe that that will be the function of the judicial arm of government. And P2B, in the course of his campaign, has always said it that he has been the first governor in Nigeria that have been impeached, gone to the court to interpret the constitution, and was able to bring him back, and he did that twice. So with Reno Mokere coming to reveal, you know, a plan that his cohorts might have should P2B emerge as the president, I would want to use this platform, to crave the indulgence of Mr. P2B and the team at the Labour Party, that by the grace of God, when they emerge in 2023, there should be, a radical approach in making sure that competent people are put in place, especially in the judicial system, people that can interpret the law without any bias. I mean, we all saw what happened in this current administration, where the chief judge of the nation did not even read the conventional law. Rather, they made someone who read Sharia law to become the chief justice of the nation. So, in preparing the table and the ground, to make sure that we are not taken unawares. And one of the things that I want to use this platform to raise awareness for Mr. Peter Obi is that, restructuring and making sure that the judicial arm of the government is absolutely independent on the basis of merit and competence. So that when that time comes, when they will want to try to impeach him, we are not going to be afraid that people that will interpret the law are going to be biased. With regards to Mr. Sanusi, I did not hear, I did not listen to what Mr. Sanusi said, but with the responses of several people on this panel, I believe that the submission is that he is speaking indirectly to, awaken the Nigerian populace that it's time to take their country back, which is a very, very welcome idea. And if you look at what is happening in the north, there are northern elites that are silently in support of Mr. Obi, but they don't want to come out right now, but they are working underground. Uh, right now, I believe the largest campaign office of the Labour Party is located in Abuja, and it was donated to Labour Party by a prominent northerner. So when the campaign starts, when the chips are down, it will come out clear. I don't have anything much to say about the Emilio cord that his hand and his legs are shaking with diaper adult size. I think the best thing for that man to do is to go and take a rest and enjoy the money he has stolen, as well as his family. His children does not love him, because if he was my father, I will confine him to a nursing home, because I don't see any reason why somebody who cannot take care of himself, is trying to take care of a whole country. That is trying to commit suicide, and I will not allow my father to do that. Thank you for the opportunity. I think I'll remain here to see if I can put
All
more
right.
lights.
Okay, thank you so much, Gingerbread Man, for that wonderful contribution right there. Guys, please, if I call on you, unmute yourself and speak, please. Unmute yourself. If your mic is muted, I cannot hear you. And if it's not your time to speak, do not unmute yourself. Thank you very much. Do not forget to like and share this broadcast if you are yet to do so. Like I said, I noticed we have a lot of people who watch us and they have not subscribed yet to this platform. Please subscribe. To subscribe is actually free. Subscribe to this platform. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we come on air like this. Thank you very much. Mario Gino, please, are you ready for me now?
Yes, I'm ready for you, Kachi. Thank
Good
you.
evening to you, sir.
Thank
How
you
are you
for
doing today?
good evening, Kachi. Thank you for giving me another opportunity.
Thank
Thank
you.
you to the other panelists and to all every Nigeria watching. I thank all of you. I just want to make my own submission about the two. I believe you only have two topics today. First about Reno and Mokri, and the second about Sanusi. Let me start with Reno and Mokri. Reno and Mokri has been like a Rottweiler. He for the past how many years right now? People know him about talking. It's like the chief of social media. You don't have anything doing apart from talking, criticizing people, and him saying that if Obi win, they will impeach Obi. I was expecting that statement from him for so long time. Thank God he really said his mind today, and we can still clear the air. Because I know Nigeria politicians, they always join the movie train. They join the winning party. If Obi will be opportune to win today, I bet you all those people they are calling their own, they own all the governors, the senator, the House of Rep. all of them will decamp to Labour Party. But God forbid, we don't need such people. Because if they decamp to Labour Party, they will still bring their bad attitude to Labour Party. We don't need them. And again, to impeach a president is not an easy thing. It's not something that you just talk and just said and done. No. It's going to take a long process. And I believe Peter Obi is not going to also rock on his own power. As my other panelists said, they said Obi is just there, standing as a candidate. But the people are the one contesting. We are the one contesting. The youth want to take their
Hello, is anybody there? Can you hear me?
We are hearing you.
But the man that is the speaker has just gone off.
Okay, maybe it's network.
I'm here, guys. So sorry, I'm here now.
The speaker is off. We can't hear the speaker anymore.
Oh, right. That's Mr. Mario, right? Yeah. I'm just going to go. Madam Ngozi, are you ready for us now, please?
Hello. I'm not Madam Ngozi. I'm Mr. Ngozi.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Ngozi. So sorry about that. I actually thought it was a female. Sorry, I called you earlier.
Yeah, I just stepped out because I was like maybe we needed like maximum time for somebody to speak because some people might want to contribute quick and then go to work or go back to work on doing something. So I don't know, it's up to you. What I'm just a quick one, right?
All right, that's Mr.
Ngozi. I'm trying to contribute on what this man Festus Keyamo said, about I'm not supporting PDP. Understand? I'm a young man. We know who we want to win. If you look at Festus Keyamo, right, he's a political illiterate. That's how I see him. He's just a political illiterate. He parades himself on his political ignorance. That's the way I see it. He sees nothing wrong in the high living cost of life in Nigeria. He sees nothing wrong in the flood, in the beans, in the medicines, and so many things in Nigeria. I don't know what is wrong with Nigerians. To be quite honest, that man is sick. Festus knows that Atiku and Tinubu, he knows let me tell you one thing. We know the truth. Sometimes we don't speak it. We don't want to say it. He knows what is selfish interest is the problem we have in Nigeria there. He knows that Atiku and the Tinubu are not running a political party that based on a kind of political party that based on kind of their own political party is based on kind of political conspiracy to seize power. That's what they're after. It doesn't mean that they are there to help us or to do anything. If you look at Tinubu, what Tinubu is after, Tinubu said, "It's my turn." What does it mean? He wants to be there. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care about it. He doesn't care about anybody. He just want to be there. And anyhow, he want to spend his money. He want to spend and talk to anybody. He can give you millions. He can give you hundreds of millions to make sure he sits there. But this time around, it's not going to happen that way. To be quite honest, Festus Keyamo, I don't understand why he would just come out and start the same thing. But if you look at Omokri, what Omokri said is right. They will try to impeach him, because at the end of the day, Peter Obi will win. If you go back to what Peter Obi was, when he was in Anambra State. They impeached him twice, but he won. You know, someone trying to say he bypassed all these commissioners. Instead of giving them any money to do their contract, what it does, it goes straight to the school, it goes straight to the place. I say, what is the problem you people are having here? Can someone tell me? And when they speak out, they say, okay, the secretary write a check. So you look at all these governors, all these commissioners, all of them wanted to impeach him. They tried twice. So if you look at what Omokri is saying, based on experience, based on what they saw had happened in Anambra State, they will try to impeach him because at the end of the day, he will try to save money. He will try to bypass all these selfish interest people who are there because of their money. Because if you look at somebody like Peter Obi, if Peter Obi doesn't want to go with entourage of SUV of 10 or 20, he's going with only one. Why would his vice go with 20 or 40? So they will try to impeach him, but it's not going to work. But I'm afraid that somebody like Kiamo, I think he's still a young man. I don't know why he will be supporting somebody like Tinubu because he has been paid to do that. It's absolutely ludicrous for somebody like him to be doing something like that. A young man like him, he has sons, he has daughters, I believe so. He's not looking at the future of Nigeria. It's not looking at what is going. It's not looking at the okay. If you look at Tinubu now, Tinubu, the first daughter 33, the other one, they bought house of almost 4.something million in New York, which everybody has address and everything. I don't know, somebody has not been working. Where did they get the money? Tinubu loot almost the half of Lagos State. Tinubu loot almost half of Lagos State. To me, all these things that I'm saying, we know, but the problem is we know the truth, but we can't say the truth. We cannot do what is needful. But because of our selfish interest, we're going to be there talking about Tinubu, talking about Atiku. What is Atiku going to offer us or Tinubu? They're not going to offer us anything. Let me tell you one thing. You know, you see this world. This world will not be destroyed by those idiots or those who watch them do all these things. Will be the problem. It's not going to be destroyed by the evil people, but those who watch them, those evil people, do all these things are the worst people ever. To be quite honest, anybody, to me, anybody who is a Nigerian, and a young person, or even if you are old, if you have young people in your family and they don't vote P2B, that means there's something wrong. We should go to hospital and check them. There must be something wrong. I don't have much to say, but the only thing I know is we should use our brain. We should use our senses. We should forget about all these people. Tinubu has everything. Atiku has everything. Atiku was a custom officer. He made a lot of money. Tinubu was a governor of Lagos State. He has everything. Why are they still coming back again? So what you got to ask yourself that question. Why are they coming back again? Why do you want to rule us? Why would you pay to rule us? To serve us? You want to pay. You are paying people. That's when people got to think back. Say, why would somebody pay you money to serve you? It doesn't add up. Somebody who is paying money, he's paying me money, talk good about me, do this about me for me to serve you. It doesn't add up. So we should use our brain. All these people, we should talk to people. We should, anyhow we can, relate to others and tell them, say, these people don't mean good for us. Then we should move. Peter Obi is the answer. Even if Peter Obi goes in there, listen, I'm an Igbo man. We're even afraid of Peter Obi. Peter Obi cannot, because of an Igbo man, he will give a contract. Never. Peter Obi goes for the best. He doesn't care. Even when Obasanjo wanted to come, when Obasanjo was president, he told Obasanjo, listen, I don't have that millions to pay. I can leave my house for you if you want to sleep. But you are the president, you can come in and go the same day. You have the plan and everything. But if you insist you want to sleep in Anambra, I can leave my house and go to the next hotel opposite and sleep. When you go, I'll come back. And that was what happened. Some traditional people came to visit him and they were running around telling him, we need to give them envelopes. We need to give some black envelopes. They said, why would somebody visit me and I will give him money? I don't have money. The money here is the state money. And it's not my money. The money I'm using is based on salaries. I'm not using government money. So they see him as somebody who doesn't spend money. You understand? But that's the person we want now, to be quite honest. If we have brain, if we want Nigeria to move forward, they should vote for Peter Obi. That's what I want to contribute. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Obasi, for that amazing contribution right there. I believe these people, they already know these things, but somehow they just decide to turn a blind eye to everything. But let's just keep putting in the work, and I believe we're going to get good results. I want to say thank you to Mr. Alexander Gomez. Mr. Alexander Gomez, thank you so much for the super sticker. God bless you for your continuous support to the Niger World platform. We appreciate you and we love you. Thank you so much. God bless you. May your pocket never run dry. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Vine Maxwell. Vine Maxwell, please.
Good evening, my sister, and good evening to all the people, my co-panelists. Good evening to our listeners all over the world.
Vine Maxwell, I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Concerning when you look at the Nigerian politicians, especially these same people that have brought Nigeria on its knees, talk, you have to bear with me that they have nothing to offer to anybody. I listened to what Omakre has been saying. I will give it to him because for me, like all of you know here, I said it from the beginning that if the structures that the Nigerian people are working on right now is not addressed, if you like, bring in 10 or 100 P2Bs. The strong man will perform if they will allow him to perform. And once he leaves there, they will go back to status quo. And I would like to tell us today that if I am used to feeding bottle system, I was born and I am used to feeding bottle system as practiced in Nigeria through the federal allocation. And some part of that country is benefiting from it. And that is the sole income they have to pay salary in their states, to develop the state, etc. And a man is coming to tell you that there is nothing to share anymore. And these people are in their numbers. Especially they also infested the National Assembly. I just wondering, I don't know how P2B will survive this kind of people in that particular place. That is my opinion in that particular one. That is the only thing I will say because I'm afraid. But if P2B happens to win, I do not know the intention of Nigerians, those that are supporting him now, whether these same people will be out there to help this man when the unfortunate might happen, because that is what I see. It is going to be a very big fight for you to take out what I am used to from my hands and replace it with another thing that is not going to give me an immediate solution or replacement to what I am used to. That is where P2B is going to have problem. As long as that constitution is still where it is. That's the only thing I have to say. And as for this guy, the lawyer, and the representative of APC who is talking trash, I don't blame him because I don't blame him because when you look at what is going on, they are benefiting from what is going on. The road that is going on in the country, they are benefiting from it. So you don't expect him to say less than what he has said. Thank you so much, and God bless all of you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vine Maxwell. Amen. And God bless you too. Thank you so much. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. Serial. Mr. Serial, good evening to you. Thank you for joining me today.
Good evening, sister. How are you doing? Can you hear me? I would think so.
We cannot hear you, please.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Mr.
Hello?
Cyril, okay, we can hear you now. Please go ahead and make your
Okay.
contributions. Good evening to you.
Good evening, ma. Okay, so so far there have been three quick points I just want to hit on. So the comments by this man Reno, I mean, one thing I want to assure us is that Peter Obi is a man of the people. The whole Obi movement, the whole obedience or whatever. It's not just him. You know, he is just the flag bearer. He is just a symbol. But as other panelists have mentioned, this is not just about one person. It's about a movement. I will take us back to when there was this NSAS protest. It was not just a protest, it was the beginning of a movement. If you remember, even when the Arab Spring started, let me take us a little bit back a few years ago. Again, it's just one incident need to, how did the Arab Spring start? It was this guy in Tunisia who burnt himself, this vendor, out of frustration. He just lighted himself. And before you know, the Arab Spring was moving from Tunisia to Egypt to Algeria, sweeping, the whole of North of Africa. Now, this tells us the power of the movement. And Peter Obi is just the carrier of that movement. If you saw the way he was greeted at this church, what's the name again? Dunamis. You know, even when he was introduced, the pastors herself was not expecting that kind of applause that went on for I think 3 or 4 minutes. There were other dignitaries there. He was not the highest profile person there because he's a politician, it's a religious gathering. But you can see how he is a sign of hope. Myself, I am based in Germany, fortunately, and I listen to Peter Obi on a daily basis. Why? Because I have never seen a man in my lifetime, an African politician in my lifetime, who has actually been in office, not just like a political analyst, or somebody who is like a social reformer who can talk from outside, but somebody who has been there, done it. And one of the things that makes me respect him so much is that he lives in the state where he governed, if I'm not wrong. I mean, let us just look back. How many politicians can walk freely? You see him. There was this video that was circulating when he was on his way to Egypt or somewhere like that, and he was carrying his hand luggage. And I was asking my wife, this is just a simple video, and so maybe it means nothing, but this tells you the character of the man. Campaign has not even started. He's just going about his business. And even when he's giving his speeches, he always emphasizes, don't vote me because I'm an Igbo man. Test me, ask questions. When I was governor, what did he do? Go to the place with the people I governed, ask them. And he asked us to do the same for the others. He said, not just me, verify all of us. And he had this interview on one of these social platforms, and he keeps using this statement: "The people we hired." That's fantastic, because these politicians are people we are hiring. And he said that go and test the people that we are saying you should hire, give us the job. So test us. There was this speaker who came up, Mr. John, and I was really, really applauding what he was saying because he said things with lots of facts. Mr. John, thank you for that. So I just want to call on us that Peter Obi is a verifiable candidate, and his track record is there to speak for himself. Now, it's true that he may be impeached. That is true. That is very, very possible that all these evil forces who want to maintain the status quo would always want to come and turn things around. But keep in mind, he has been there before. He knows what he's getting into. We have to trust him. Best is even the VP candidate. He's a knowledgeable. They know the terrain. They know what they are doing. And one of the things that I also come to love about Peter Obi is the fact that he's looking for allies. You see him, he's reaching out to the other side. He's trying to expand his network as much as possible. And don't be surprised that when he finally wins the presidency, he will form a government not only of people in labor. You can be sure of that. You will be surprised to see people in his government who are from quote and unquote the other side. Why? Because that's the kind of person he is. You see him like this man mentioned that, oh, he is still from the PDP and so on. He's not a member of PDP, but he's not enemies with his former colleagues in PDP. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the political landscape. And do we even know that there are still people in PDP who will vote him? There are people in PDP who support him in the background, but not publicly. So he has to form as many allies as possible. That is his ticket. And like I mentioned in the beginning, he is the flag bearer of a movement. Now, would this movement have been there without Peter Obi? No, the movement would have still been there, but it would not have had this energy because he symbolizes something. He symbolizes hope. He symbolizes a Nigeria that people only dream of. But we can see a Nigerian talking the way we want the country to go. He bears and if you see what he's proposing, he is not proposing some magnificent things that will come from space. No, he's just proposing his main motto is what? Move Nigeria from consumption to production. Full stop. Plain and simple. Cut excesses and waste in the system. He gave this illustration that okay, they've invited me for a conference in Abuja. Why do I have to go with 30 people? I'm the only one who was invited, and that is people's money. The money that was wasted in carrying an entire convoy to Abuja for conference, that is the same money that they would have used to pay teachers. That's the same money that they would have used to make roads. That's the same money that they would use to buy facilities for the healthcare system. So it's not as if he's cutting the money from the government to put in his private pocket. No, he's just only taking from pocket A to put in pocket B for the system to work. And that's the beautiful thing about him. Let me close by talking about this man, Tinubu. I personally like Tinubu very much, to be honest. I really, really like Tinubu because of who he is. I'm not his fan, but I like the guy. His story that I've researched so far, and I even call my 1-year-old child Jagaban because he's very bold and you know how children are. So when I'm joking with him, I call him Jagaban. Because the word Jagaban means what? Boss of other bosses, kingmaker, leader of warriors, and so on. But the truth of the matter is that Tinubu's time has passed. That is just the truth. There was this so-called million man match that they were to do for Tinubu just, I think, last week or so. And it was so scanty that it was sad. Even the people that were holding the flyers, some of them were even on their phones. Nobody was singing anything. They were just blasting music on this speakers and so on. It was so sad. But you saw the million man march for Obi. You could see it. You could see how people are putting their own resources, their own meager resources into it. It is so fascinating. It is so fascinating. So the only thing I will end with saying is that, as I think Mr. John May mentioned this too, that it's not about insulting Tinubu that he's old and so on. No, there is pride in age. You rightly said that. There's pride in age. Tinubu should be respected, whether you agree with him or not. But you should respect and appreciate him for being on the stage for that long. It's not. You must be made of a different metal for you to stay at the top and be relevant for this long. He's relevant even today. Even if he doesn't win this presidency, he will still be relevant till he dies, because that's his stature. So he will always be respected in the Nigerian political space. But for the country to be reformed and to move forward, he is not the man. For the fact that he is from a different era. Tinubu will take us to a certain point. From that point, we have to then take it now. Obi will take us to a certain point. He will lay the foundation for a certain new Nigeria. Then after Obi, the next person will come and then take us now from that point where Obi stopped and take us forward. Nigeria, I mentioned this on another platform. I'll close with this. I said, it is a shame that when we talk of the BRICS nations, we don't mention Nigeria, but we mention South Africa. I'm not a Nigerian, I'm a Cameroonian, but I follow this Nigerian thing like no other business. I'm not interested in Cameroon politics because it's nonsense. It's pure nonsense. But I commented this on another platform. I said, it is surprising. I am an economist by training, that when you talk of the BRICS nations, the top 5 emerging economies, you mentioned South Africa, that even in Africa, South Africa is not the top, it's Nigeria. In population, in GDP, in everything. You talk about, you don't even call Egypt, though Egypt has more power, Egypt produces more electricity or power than Nigeria. So the point is that Nigeria is a sleeping giant by all terms of education. By any index you want to use. Ask yourself this question: how is it possible that a country like Nigeria, right, with what, about 200 million people, compare that with a country like Egypt? If I'm not wrong, Egypt has about half that population. But Nigeria cannot be stronger in football, for example, than that country, which means that from the whole of Nigeria, 200 million people, if you want to pick your 11 best, it must be better than the 11 best of 100 million people. So what am I trying to say? Nigeria has the human capital, it has the natural resources to become what it actually is. It is a shameful thing for a country like Nigeria. That's why I mentioned that if by the end of Peter Obi's first mandate, I am pretty sure of this. Speaking with facts and figures, I don't want to punish us with a lot of facts here. But by the end of Peter Obi's first mandate, Nigeria will be mentioned in the top 10 emerging economies by GDP. Because remember, Peter Obi said this. It's not about looking at petrol. He was even looking at textile. He was even he's looking at other areas of development. Nigerians will have jobs in Nigeria. Some of the best doctors we have in Germany are Nigerians. Some of the best lawyers we have in Germany are Nigerians. The worst is even UK. Nigerians are very intelligent. There's this university in England, I think, that graduated in the medical university, of which I think all of the candidates were Nigerians, if I'm not wrong. All of them were Nigerians. When I was watching this, there's another show. I will not mention the name because it's a competitor to this one. There's another show I was listening on YouTube, and they were mentioning about the number of Nigerian doctors abroad in the US alone. It did not even mention Canada, Europe, Asia, and so on. It's incredible the thousands of medical personnel that are there. Now, let me close with this to those who, let's say, doubt. The greatest thing that Peter Obi's government will bring to Nigeria, he will give a platform, he will create an enabling environment that will bring about economic development. It will bring about security, because those two things go. If you remember, whenever you ask him this question about security, he always talks about growth, about the economy. If you follow Peter Obi's speech, whenever he's asked this question of security, he always answers by talking about the economy. It's all down to the economy. How do you explain the question that a country like Nigeria cannot even produce? I have never known Nigeria to have stable electricity since I was born, and I'm getting to my 40s. I've never known Nigeria to have standard electricity. It's ridiculous. Why did you not produce it? When, remember, the first loan that Nigeria ever borrowed, the first international loan that Nigeria ever took was for what? For electricity. But till today, the country cannot supply electricity to everybody. It's incredible. And the last thing that he is going to curb, which is why Reno was making that comment, is that Obi will stop corruption. And he was asked this question on an interview, that how do you plan to tackle corruption? Somebody made a comment in another show I was watching this morning, and he said, when you want bath, you bath from head to toe, Abina from toe to head. We all laughed on the platform because we know the answer. Obi will stop corruption because he himself is not corrupt. You will agree with me. If the host of this show starts using vulgar language, you madam host, if you start using vulgar language now, we will all follow you. I'm telling you. Even if you use vulgar language, then you tell us no, nobody should use vulgar language. Forget it, because we are following you, right? If you tell us now the show stop, the show stop. If you tell us that the show continue. He is a leader by example, and that, to me, is Peter Obi's greatest asset. Look at all these attacks that they're attacking him. But few years ago or a few months ago, even Obi was nothing. Nobody was even considering Labour Party or I mean, no. It's now that when I'm listening to the chairman of Labour Party, it's now that they are still trying to put in what they call structures and so on. And let me close with this on this question of structure, which is a question that has come up repeatedly on Arise TV, and there's also this channel they call the Sahara and so on. And the answer that Peter Obi always gives, which is brilliant, he said, the millions of Nigerians living in poverty are my structure. The millions of youth who were jobless and frustrated are my structure. The millions of Nigerians living in insecurity are my structure. You see now this so-called Senate people, they are rushing that they want to impeach. How can you impeach somebody in August who is finishing his term in February? He doesn't even want to be there. So what are you trying to deceive? So Peter Obi is just the symbol of a movement. And God
Thank
willing,
you.
this movement will succeed in Jesus' name. Thank you very much.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, Mr. Cyril, our Cameroonian brother. Thank you so much. I was just enjoying listening to you. Thank you so much for that powerful word right there. I'm going to urge everybody, please do not be discouraged. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you so much once again, Mr. Cyril, and thank you to everyone. I want to say thank you to Mr. Williams. He just became a new member on our Ninja Watch platform. Mr. Williams, if you can hear me, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you, and God bless you. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. CM. Mr. CM, you came late today. Oh. Good evening to you.
Okay, that's true. Good evening, Kachi, and good evening the rest of the people on the platform and those also listening from wherever they may be. I'm actually, yes, I came late, but I think from what I saw that is on offer, it said Nigeria take back your country by I believe Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, former CBN governor, I suppose. And then the other one is if Peter Obi wins, he might be impeached. And this is what Reno Mokri is saying. I suppose. Think these are the two items, isn't it?
Yes, Mr. CM, please go ahead.
Okay. Nigerians take back your country by Sanusi. Well, the thing about Sanusi is that I've always listened to some of his counseling. Let me put it this way. Of course, with the situation the country is now, it can only be a divine fool who will not work to take back his country. But in trying to take back your country, which route? Who do you vote for? How do you achieve that? Now, of course, Sanusi is talking in terms of the presidential candidates, I suppose. So, without even saying it, he's only telling Nigerians to look at their present situation today, what they are going through, and then sort of make a wise decision on who they think that should be able to get them out of the woods. Yes, I support what he said because in the end, it depends on the people. When in 2015 or 2014, with the cabinet that Jonathan constituted, you talk of Professor, I think, Adeshino in agriculture, who is now the MD or CEO of African Development Bank. You talk of Okonjo Iweala. Then, and the other ones, Nigeria was on the path to greatness anyway, or just recovering, becoming the the best economy in Africa, and all those things. But because of, I don't know, because people interpret Jonathan, oh, he employed a lot of Igbo people, oh, this, all that. They fabricated, I keep saying it here, they fabricated all manner of toxic lies and pinned it on the man. There was a letter Obasanjo wrote that Jonathan is training 1,000 snipers that will be killing people anyhow, which is a lie. Jonathan wasn't doing anything. Rather, Jonathan was even building artillery schools. What Sadwana Ahmadu Bello couldn't do, Babangida couldn't do, Tafawa Balewa couldn't do, Even the Buhari in his first coming couldn't do. Sani Abacha didn't. Sheikh Shagari did not. Abdul Salami Abubakar did not. Jara Yakubu Gowon did not. Jonathan from Ijoman had to go and do it. Yet all these things, they rubbish the man and try to use all manner of lies to remove him. I remember the then former governor of former governor of Osun State and the secretary to the government of Old Oyo State under Bola Ige. I'm talking of BC Akonde, Chief BC Akonde, and the founding chairman of APC. Also, he said that Jonathan is a kindergarten professor. I mean, kindergarten president. He hasn't got a clue of anything. That's what Tinubu was saying, that Jonathan hasn't got a clue what to do. Professor Aki Oyebode, professor of international law and jurisprudence, University of Lagos, now retired. He said he's ashamed that somebody who had a PhD is behaving that way, that PhD has no regard. I mean, I'm not making it up. All these things are there. There is nothing they didn't. Some call him even a jaw drunken a jaw man, just kai person. There is nothing. There is no banter. There is no insult they didn't throw at the man. In the end, they fabricated all manner of lies. Jonathan is doing this, Jonathan that, Jonathan this. Nigerians being vulnerable because they felt that after all, the secretary to the government of Jonathan is Pius Anyim. Say it's a powerful post. Okonjo Iweala, powerful Igbo. This is what they were just talking. All those nonsense. Okay. Then Jonathan left. What happened? They said they want to vote for change. I remember this man, the present vice president, um, um, Oshibanjo, going into the market at Ojo Alaba, telling Igbo people, even up openly, he said, when we come in, we make dollar 1 naira to $1 so that you can import your goods, import your goods, the business will go back to what it is. Imagine telling traders, somebody who is who is going to openly in the market. I saw the video clip. I'm not making things up. He went and said it. Buhari said, and they're saying when we come in any youth service, if you finish your youth service, no job yet, we'll be giving you 50,000 naira, Nigeria. All manner of promises. Then I saw APC manifesto. What did they put in there? They will restructure Nigeria, make sure that they open all this. I mean, so people felt that this is the Messiah we are looking for. This is the Messiah. So every day, Lai Mohammed as the publicity secretary of APC, he will do 3 press releases in a day. You know what a press release is, despite being in the opposition. So they mounted all sorts of propaganda. Tinubu, the Nation newspaper, TVC, everywhere, Channel TV. If you see, they thought that Jonathan is everything. There is nothing they did not say. To the extent that they went to Obama at the White House, the northern governors held a meeting. He said they want him out. For the first time, the president of America has to address Nigerians from the White House table, Oval Office. Obama sat there at the Oval Office. He said, I want to appeal to Nigerians to take their foot in all those type of nonsense. All this, I'm not making it up. We all know it, but the thing is that people are afraid to say the truth. For the first time, the president of United States, that is interference. So they did all what they did. I thank God Jonathan captured it in his book, which is called my Transition Hour, an account of when he was in power. So all those things they did, there's nothing they did not do. How much was dollar to the naira then? How much was a bag of rice then? They left. Of course, the manifesto of APC was good. There's no way you will read it and fault it. But what happened? Buhari came in. Rather than he implement the manifesto of his party, he left it and started implementing manifesto of Mieti Yala, which is grazing route, cattle, what is it? Grazing route, Ruga, and all those type of occupy here, occupy there. These weren't in the manifesto of APC. You can't see something like Ruga or all these animals, whatever nonsense. So he started doing all those things. Now look at where Nigeria is now. Look at where Nigeria is. And then between now and Christmas, a dollar will change for more than 1,000 naira. I can bet this
Mr.
is where
CM,
Yes, please.
Sam, please,
Yeah.
can you just go straight to the topic? We still have people who are yet to say anything.
Exactly. I'm going through that. That is why I'm still saying why Sanusi is telling people to take back their country, because I know people listen to Niger Watch. So when they let me just by way of giving they refresh their memory background, so you now know why you are in this mess. So do not make this mistake again. Which brings me to why Peter Obi is saying, don't vote for me because I'm Peter Obi. Don't vote for me because I'm Igbo. Vote for, if you want to vote, we have 7 months. I think he said this sometime else, not recently. We have 7 months. Go individually, ask, this person is either 40 or 45 years or maybe 50 years. What was the person doing since when he finished secondary school, or if he attended university? Go and check the record. You have the time now. Bring out exercise book, you write, you make your research. So between now till May, I mean till February or so, you will know. So that's what Peter B is saying, and not to be hoodwinked into telling you don't vote out Jonathan. Because if Jonathan had continued, Nigeria won't be in this mess. So all those things they said Jonathan economy was bad, the corruption, this corruption. Who is talking about corruption now? During Jonathan was there corruption. This is now when the corruption is. So I'm saying this for people to sit back and reason, because people can now say during Jonathan's time we were sort of goaded, we were hoodwinked to go along with Tinubu's media empire, the lies they were churning out every week, every day. So now they have to scrutinize each person. I don't want to mention names, but we all know the candidates. So all things, something like this is why I'm trying to bring out this background, so that people will now know, say, look, it is better. It is better we now know what to do. When people say Jonathan was corrupt, what is corrupt? What corruption is Jonathan? What can you trace to him? Now look at what is happening in Nigeria state with insecurity. What Jonathan almost arrested before the election through Ihejirika, and Ihejirika being Igbo man, the first chief of army staff to head the army since 1970, who is an Igbo. They have to engineer him and get him out. Immediately they got him out, Jonathan pandered to them, and then look at where we are. Nobody's talking about insecurity again. And then somebody was even saying in those days, Design is still $95 billion. How much has Nigeria exported every year? That's what we are hearing, $95 billion, which brings me to this issue of P2B. It was through P2B I now know that Nigerians export does not go beyond 18 to $20 billion a year, and that is purely from crude oil. P2B said it that Nigeria does not even export more than 20 billion every year. Yet people are saying the Zen is still $95 billion. Where is the money coming from? Yet Nigeria was able to be paying salary and sharing money. You see, people are so ignorant, and the illiteracy of the highest order, that's what people are preying on. So they come and feed them with different lies. They come and feed them different types of lies. The Zian is still 95 billion as a petroleum minister. How much did Nigeria earn? How much did Zian, after stealing the whole thing, Nigeria earned, and then went and borrowed money on her own to steal? And these are people, you see them going off different social media talking nonsense. So that is that. So as for if Peter Obi wins, Reno Mokri saying that they will impeach him. Well, I will look at it from two perspectives. Well, Reno Mokri may be saying it with the intention that he knows that Nigerians do not like maybe somebody who is out to work, or Peter Obi is so clean that, one, even if the National Assembly threatens him with impeachment, Peter Obi will not call them to a midnight meeting and start sharing money so that they stop to impeach him. He wouldn't do that. In Anambra, he said it. Even some top Anambra politicians came to him who are not even part of the government. He said, why not settle these people and then let them go? Peter said, I can never do it. Let me be the first Nigerian they impeached because I'm doing the right thing. So as for that, Peter Obi is not. In fact, the moment they mention impeachment, we come and address the country, say, look, if they want to impeach me, let them go ahead. I'm not going to bribe anybody. And this is what I stand by it. So the shame will not be on them. That is why. Then on the other hand, he might be impeached. Maybe Reno is saying it, whether he's saying it with intention to slight Peter Obi or trying to, cook out, sort of be a gadfly to provoke one type of negative thought. But whatever it is, I'm still saying it that Peter Obi is Nigeria's last chance. That is as a country. Peter Obi is Nigeria's last chance. People should not forget that majority of the country, they are tired. Most of the youths are tired. So if anybody dashes their hope, probably they say NSAS has come and gone, but I don't know whether this type of NSAS that will come again, whether people will cope with it. So for that, I will only remind them that let them pray that Peter Obi gets in to save the situation, because Nigeria is almost bankrupt. A country in which you have 100 naira, for every 100 naira you have, you use 98 to go and service debt. You give the person. Servicing does not mean you are paying it back. You go and, just like interest, you go and give the person you borrow the money from, say, take 98. Then that's why 2 naira that is left is not enough to share. NNPC did not remit money, the normal money they share. The normal money they said the Zian is still 95 billion. Since February, they have not shared anything. So nothing like a accountant general and commissioner for finance going to Abuja to go and get allocation. It hasn't happened. At least the governor of Anambra State, Professor Soludo, confirmed it since February. What does that tell you? Nigeria is in great difficulty. In fact, it is even an act of, let me say, charity for somebody to agree to be president of Nigeria, like Peter Obi is putting himself forward to do. It's even a great danger to him, because where will he start? The money is not there. Nigeria is almost bankrupt to the extent that you can't bankrupt to the extent that you cannot even pay the people you are owing, not to talk of doing something with your money. We don't have anything. Vietnam is exporting, according to Peter Obi, is exporting, making exports more than 300 billion annually. Nigeria is yet to even get to 10% of it. Nigeria have not gotten to 20. So what are we talking? And Vietnam hasn't got crude oil. That's why Peter Obi said when he comes in, places like Aba manufacturing should open up a Port Harcourt seaport. That will be an export from there. Then the north will be an export processing zone for the agricultural produce done in the north. Probably the Lagos seaport will be streamlined, at least to get money. When people see this type of thing and they're still talking about stunted growth, making silly arguments, then you now ask yourself, do Nigerians really want to come out of their suffering, or are they interested in, they don't care in as much as it's somebody from my tribe or somebody from my religion or now my brother, now in there, let the suffering continue. I yield the floor for other people. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. CM, for that wonderful contributions right there. Guys, do not forget to like and share if you're yet to do so. Liking this video simply means that you want our voices to be heard. You want more people to hear what we are saying here, and you want more people to come here and learn even more. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Alex. Mr. Alex, good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, good evening. Can you hear me, Kachi?
I can hear you, Mr. Alex. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening. I greet the panelists. I greet those on the comment section. I greet viewers worldwide. And I greet the owner of the platform. Thank you for the work you're doing. Yes, I know the topic. I've been listening for some time now. First of all, Sanusi, Lamido Sanusi for me is in my bad book, because some years ago, during Jonathan administration, or even before then, the guy looted the CBN almost dry, billions of dollars, millions of dollars, billions of naira, millions of euros. Jonathan was almost done with investigation and planning to pick him up. I don't know how he maneuvered his way into becoming an emir overnight. CBN governor turned emir overnight. It was in the British news. Just to avoid jail, because you cannot arrest a first-class traditional ruler in West Africa because of the British treaties during the amalgamation. We have less than 10 first-class leaders traditionally in Nigeria, and the Emir of Kano is one of them. Sanusi, Sanusi, for me, is a criminal. He's one of those that looted this country. He's probably feeling bad. He's looking back now. They've used the money to train their children. Their grandchildren are enjoying in America, in Canada, in Australia, in Bahamas. in Rwanda, you know, in Tanzania, everywhere, they have investments. Sanusi, for me, should be behind bars just now. When the agreement with him and the Kanu Emir Council, Emirship, expired, they find a little excuse to drive him out because he bought his way through to avoid being picked up by good luck administration. So I don't listen to such people. He's just talking to everybody. Want to identify with Obi so that they will not play the video after Obi has won. I said this. I was one of those that said this. Just like many people are not trying to say, Jerry Ensas. I was among these. The same thing they are trying to do. All of them are confused. Both parties, the wicked people that had the opportunity to fix this country, at least to transform this country from a third world country into a second world country like Singapore has done in less than 20 years, like Malaysia has done. Even now, the American academia, I'm even hearing from studies, they want to create a fourth world nation, fourth world countries, including Somalia, Djibouti, and nearly they want to add Nigeria to it because of our currency, you know, dropping. So Sanusi has had his chance in the federal government as a CPN governor. That's like number 50 man in the whole nation. So for me, the guy, he should not be taken serious. They should just pray that a radical government will not come on board. All of them will be picked up. So let's not lose focus. This election is as good as won already, because you cannot continue to do one thing, oppressing people, looting money, oppressing people. All you just know is how to travel out, feed your children in the best schools, buy houses. Is that how we're going to be doing forever? And children born in 1999 have grown up and they're asking questions through the NSAS protest. They're all shaking. They cannot face us anymore. They cannot come to us. Shameless Festus Kayamu, that's supposed to be a useless son, who wants to be, an embodiment of the law and freedom, is telling us there is insecurity everywhere because his stomach is not big. He has eaten so much money. He forgot the good old days where he used to lead protests in his compound towards Delta State Government House, asking for justice, asking for good governance. He forgot the same school that they shut down now produced him as a lawyer before he became a son. So for me, these guys, they are all shaking. When God's hand is on something, when the time has come, the time is up. The game is up. The game is up. There's nothing you can do about it. Everything, every goods has an expiring date. Sometimes you will go abroad, you see them doing road. The road is not bad, but they'll tell you it has expired. I was abroad, I saw them removing a good road in Nigeria standard. And I asked the engineers, why are you doing this? They said it has expired, it has a date, it has a set time. The wickedness in Nigeria has expired. This is the set time. The looting, the occult grabbing of the corridors of power has expired. The Nigerian youths, 75 million youths, have woken up from their slumber, and we are ready to do justice with our PVC. Rain, what was this guy's name? That noise maker, Rain Omokre. Omokre was in government before. What do you expect him to say? Even him is surprised. All the platforms, all the social media handle, even on ground, everybody is Obi. It's like you don't like somebody, but everywhere you go, you keep seeing his face. You'll be amazed. Even inside the bus in London, somebody will show you Obi's picture in his phone. So it's like that. It's God's time. Heaven has risen up to the attention of Nigerian problems. Imagine there is no water to drink. Your tap will not run until you sink a borehole. I don't know how many of you live abroad have seen a borehole. If you have seen, please drop a message at the comment section. Maybe I'm the one who's not seeing well. Have you seen a borehole abroad? And we have a Ministry of Water Resources nationwide, and monies are going to all these places. So my dear brothers and sisters, Omokri should not be taken serious. He is also a political houseboy doing a job for his taskmasters, because he must make returns. He must show them videos that he has delivered. The same thing with Dino Melaye. So for me, We cannot deliver a wicked country to our children. We cannot deliver a country with electrical darkness to our children. A country with no police reform to our children. A country with, sick people, with respect to people who are sick. You cannot hand over a sick nation to a sick person. We can't do that. A sick person should be taken care of. Anybody can fall sick, but you need doctor. You don't need campaign. You don't need presidential villa when you are sick and shaking. When you have Pakistan, you need therapy. For God's sake, Nigeria government has become a dump yard where every Dick and Harry, every Johnson and John runs there because they've made some money. They want to grab power. Ladies and gentlemen, Obi's movement has come to stay. Did you see the 1 million march they did in Benin? Benin is a south-south, it's not a southeast. The whole Benin is swallowed up in Obi movement. So, as far as I'm concerned, we should know that something is happening in the camp of the enemy. Something is happening in the camp of the enemy.
That's right.
We should keep the fire burning. And I thank everybody for your time. Okay. I thank everybody for your time. I will just drop it there.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Alex, for that amazing contribution. You're talking about the 1 million march in Benin. Did you see the one in Nasarawa State? Wow, I was wild. I was wild. The crowd never stopped. At the point you thought, okay, they don't finish. You're seeing more people coming out. I just hope that we keep the fire burning. We don't get tired. We keep doing our part. I just really do hope so. I want to thank you guys for being here with me today. Thank you so much for your amazing contributions. To the amazing viewers, thank you guys. If you're watching us, please do not forget to like and share this broadcast. Please like and share. This is the only way our voice can be heard. Please like and share this broadcast. Thank you so much to everyone on the panel section today. Mr. Vine Maxwell, Mr. Omori, Mr. Cyril, our Cameroonian brother, Mr. CM, Mr. Alex. Thank you so much, Gingerbread Man, John E, Mr. Ike, Mr. Okundaye. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate you. Mr. Machiavelli was here earlier, and Mr. Ngozi was here too. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys. I want to say thank you to Mr. Jaja for the super sticker. Mr. Femi Bash, thank you so much for the super sticker too. Mr. Chidi Domike, thank you so much for the super sticker. Mr. Ben Dibia, thank you so much for the super sticker too. Mr. Alexander Gomez, thank you so much. I appreciate you. We also had a new member today, Mr. Williams. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. I really do appreciate you all. I really do. I really do appreciate you guys. God bless you for all you do for Nigeria World, for taking time out of your busy schedule to always be here. Thank you so much. God bless you. May heaven hear your prayers. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you to those amazing people in the comment section. I can see Anthony Emeka, I see you right there. I can see Chukwulote Edo. Thank you so much, Jacob Obedience. I can see you right there. Thank you so much. The mommy of all, mommy diaspora, I appreciate you. Thank you. Nnamdi Ifekandu, I see you right there. Thank you, Naomi Bella. I see you, Jacob Obedience. I see you, Adewale James Babayale. I see you right there. Thank you so much for always being here. And the finest of them all, Irene Finest, I see you. Thank you. I can see Essie Love. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Words alone cannot express how grateful I am, guys. I can see Gio right there. Echo Drum, I see you right there. I can see Jacob Obedience, Naomi Bella. I see you guys. Thank you so much. I can see Good Luck, Omobude, Truth Stella. I see you right there. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, if I did not mention your name, don't be offended. It's not intentional. We have a lot of comments here, so there's every possibility that I might miss your name. I see Mark Urabo right there. Mark Urabo, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. You guys have been amazing. You guys have been wonderful. I see June Obaseki right there. June Obaseki, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I can see Blessed Abrahams. Thank you. I see Ogechi Mba. Thank you so much for being here. The Queen Valerie, I see you right there. Oh, yes, corner. I see you. Thank you so much for being here. I can see DMM. Thank you, Awakalu. I see you right there. Thank you so much, Mogbe Victor. I see you right there. Thank you so much for being here. I can see Simon. Simon, it's been a while. I hope you're doing very well. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you guys. You guys have been wonderful. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much. I can see Charles OC. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. We love you. Kachi loves you. Nigeria Watch loves you. Thank you so much for always being here. To Chuku Darlington, I see you right there. To Chuku Darlington, I see you. Thank you so much. You know how we do it. Guys, do not forget to like and share this broadcast. If you are yet to do so, please help us to like, endeavor to join us Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. Nigerian time for our newspaper review, Monday to Thursday, 5 p.m. Nigerian time for our discussion just like this, and every Friday, 6 p.m. Nigerian time, we have our discussion. Endeavor to join us. Thank you so much. God bless you. I love you all. I'm going to take time out to give 1 minute each to our amazing people in the panel so they can make the final submission. And I'm going to start with Mr. Okundaye. Mr. Okundaye, please.
Good evening. But you never see Okundaye there. Anyway, my people, don't listen to Reno Mokri. Just try to threaten Nigerians. Thought that we don't know how to think. We don't have wisdom because we live in America. We also live in different countries. We have our democracy and we know how it works. Court, the final solution of democracy. And a good government, a good leader has to place a good people to lead the country. So Peter Obi is a good leader, and he will put the right people in the position so that things will work well for Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you. Go and get your PVC. Vote Peter Obi for 2023 presidential. Thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you, Mr. Kundaye, and God bless you too. God bless you. For real, God bless you. Thank you, Mr. Kundaye. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Ike. Mr. Ike, please, 1 minute.
I just want to say, may the Lord be our strength as we struggle for a better Nigeria for all of us, for our family, for our kids, for our generations to come. And also, please, if you're in Nigeria, get your PVC ready. Please, we need you. Talk to one person every day about the Labour Party and Peter Obi and what it stands for a better Nigeria. We are begging everyone in Nigeria, please. Those of us that are outside Nigeria, please continue to, hit the button for your family, for your friends, and well-wishers, your neighbors. Please continue to remind them that a new Nigeria is possible. And I want to thank Niger Watch for the beautiful work that the Lord is doing through you guys. And I pray that the joy of the Lord will continue to be your strength. I want to bless all my co-panelists and the people in the comment sections. And I pray that God will continue to unite us together for the betterment of our country, Nigeria. God bless you, and we see each other again. Bye.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ike. Amen to your prayers, and God bless you too. Thank you so
Amen.
much. I really do appreciate you. God bless you. You guys are amazing. It's not easy coming out here, sitting down, listening, contributing for 4-5 hours. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much. I do not take your love and support for granted. God bless you guys. I'm going to go straight to Mr. John, please. Mr. John.
Thanks so much, Kachi, and thanks to everyone for listening, including the panelists. Just really excited. I think that it's a blessing that everyone is joining the conversation about the country that they live in, the future that they want for themselves and their families. I would say to kind of echo what the last gentleman said, I would say continue the conversation, but go one step further. Don't stop and only have conversations to be about political parties. Have your conversations to be about the civilization you want to live in. Have your conversations be about the laws you want to have and the structures you want to have and the civilization that you want to build, because we can't rely on individuals to deliver that to us. We have to collectively define that for ourselves. So keep on having those conversations. It's really exciting. I think that the revolution is here, and most people know I don't believe in one Nigeria. So I would say that the revolution is not a candidate. The revolution is what's going on, which are these conversations that we're having. God bless you all. Take care.
God bless you, Mr. John. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Gingerbread Man, please.
Okay, thank you very much, all the panelists. There's a saying that says when you keep pushing somebody and he keeps going back and you push him back to the wall and he has no other place to go, he's going to come back swinging. You have to be ready. I believe people like Reno Mokeri, Dino Malaye, and the likes of others are listening to this broadcast. Nigerians have decided to take their country back. For the first time since I can remember, Nigerians have decided to come from the south, from the north, to be involved in the political process to elect a leader. Mr. Emiloko is not Emiloko for you, it is the Emiloko for Nigerians. And any attempts to deprive the people of their mandates, Afghanistan and Iraq, we will just be learning, because the people have decided to go through the last option, which is the political revolution. But if they fail to allow peaceful political revolution to take its course, then the violent revolution is inevitable. I thank Mr. Nanja Watch to pick it back from where Mr. John stopped in demanding for the processes and the policies for a better Nigeria. I believe that by the grace of God, when Mr. Peter Obi emerges as president, Nigeria Watch will continue to lend us this platform to continue to demand for continuous, betterment of the nation that we all strive for. I believe all the diaspora have to go home someday, because as one said here, regardless of where you live, you are a Nigerian. Thank you, Kachi. God bless you all.
Thank you, Gingerbread Man. Thank you so much. I'm going to go straight to the next person, which is Mr. Vine Maxwell.
Thank you so much, my sister. And I am very much happy to be here. And I would like to say to the obedient, you know what you want. If you really want to change Nigeria, which I feel is difficult to do, please support Peter Obi. And the fight will not stop when he finally becomes, God's willing, becomes the president of Nigeria. They will try to rumble him off of his mandate. Get ready again, because that will be the next, fight that Peter Obi will fight. And I believe that the enormous number that is, standing behind him will not allow the vampires that has made Nigeria a laughing stock of the nations across the world to succeed. Thank you so much. And may God bless Niger Watch and all the crews that are making it possible for us to be here to speak. God bless you all.
Amen.
I am Van Maxwell from Accra, Ghana. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vine Maxwell from Accra, Ghana. Thank you. I appreciate you. I say a big amen to your prayers, and I pray the good Lord blesses you too. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Omori.
Yeah, thank you once again, my beloved sister, for having me. It's always a delight to be with like-minded friends. Yeah, it's another opportunity, another good day for us to air our opinions on the issues that affect us as a people. See, I just left a comment there. They started by telling us the time was too short. 2023 was too close. They started by telling us we were wasting our time. They started by telling us we were popular on social media. They started by telling us that we have no structure. They started by telling us that no polling booths on social media. If they are not turning around to say they will impeach us, it means they concur with our message. It means our message is hitting them out to the bone marrow. It means they are beginning to recognize that we can achieve it. It means they now agree with us that the next president will emanate for the people. See, this is a kudos for the efforts we are making. It shows that our efforts are not in vain. Omokri just confirmed that we are stronger together. Let's keep the movement burning. Together we can make a change. Forward ever and backward never. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Omori. Yes, I really do believe that together we can stand. Thank you very much, Mr. Omori. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Serial.
Hello, can you hear me now?
I hear you, Mr. Serial.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I just have to ask because I'm using a headphone. So I just prepared this that Peter Obi is the man for a better tomorrow. And my appeal to all of us on this platform and to Nigerians and even Africans across the world is to spread the word. I encourage Nigerians to put their money into this campaign. Even if it's $1, €1, €1, put it. If your money goes to pay for a channel like this, or it goes to print banners, whatever you can do, do it. Sensitize your people in your family and in your community. Peter Obi is the gateway to a better Nigeria. And a better Nigeria is a better Africa. Niger Watch, I want to thank you very much for this platform. And I'll end by saying that God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you so much, Mr. Serial, for that wonderful and wise words right there. I'm going to go straight to Mr. CM, please.
Okay, thank you, Kachi. Like I always do, first and foremost, I'm grateful to Niger Watch for the opportunity to be here every now and then. And to those that are listening and to Nigerians wherever they may be, particularly those at home, I will only implore them to keep up the hope. They should not lose hope. Let them keep praying. Help is on the way. This time, why I gave the lengthy background I gave in my first comment was to let them cast back their mind to what happened in 2015. Because somebody can easily be influenced by media propaganda. You have to ask yourself, is this really the best you can be? Of course not. So you listen to the man who gives you hope, which is Peter Obi. He is interested in coming to help you out of your quagmire, out of the quagmire of the country. The rest are coming there for business. One thing you must know is that whoever gives you money to vote for him must be a thief. He's not going to serve you. But that person who refused to give you money, only asking you to trust him and then let him get in, you won't have anything to lose. I thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Mr. CM, for casting our minds back. Indeed, people do forget things easily. So thank you for that. Thank you for reminding us the reason why we have to do the right things this time around. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Alex, please.
Yes, thank you, Miss Kachi. I want you to know something. Ghana was worse than Nigeria, you know. Rwanda was worse than Nigeria. South Africa was worse than Nigeria. Senegal was worse than Nigeria. International community is mocking us now because of the shamelessness of our leaders. There's hope with this man called Peter Obi, who effortlessly, without sharing money, the whole nation is glued to him because of his antecedent and his, interviews. Before he became a governor, he was already a millionaire in UK. I'm not saying he's a saint, but out of these three, this is the way to go. So I see hope, I see light at the end of it. If we still have one nation before election, there's going to be a turnaround. There's not going to be like a miraculous change, but it will set us on the path of greatness. Thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alex, and God bless you too. Thank you to the amazing panelists and your wonderful submission right there. Guys, do not forget to like and share this podcast. If you're yet to do so, tell a friend to tell another friend about Niger Watch. Get your PVCs ready. Continue to keep the fire burning. This is not the time for us to relent. Let's continue to double our effort, and the sky will just be our starting point. God bless you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Endeavor to join us tomorrow, same time, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. God bless you and have an amazing day. Bye bye. This is me saying ciao, ciao, and peace out.